everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Jets going up against the Ravens.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. This is fielded at the goal line. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. There as he winds up flat on his back. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Looking left side, and it's complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there, 81 yards, and the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And he'll power his way up near the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Time running out here on the play clock. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
7 yards remain now on 3rd down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll set up to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Murray. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And to give this time to the tailback. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a time. By the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them third and short, third and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright. And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going for the deep ball. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot. And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception. Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. He got 29 yards that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
To throw here on first down. And Reed with it over the middle. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank I'm 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league. I'm 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have made this a 1-score game. And his kick is good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs.
Now let's go. Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now look at back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on, just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And they give this time to the tailback. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Here's the Jets punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. 31 yards there and a first down. Well, kind of interesting for sure. It worked out for them. They only had a yard to go. You know, when you do that fake punt, you're kind of starting back further than you need to when you only have 1 yard.
Yeah, and I guess they felt like that was a true full fake because most of the time with a yard to go, you leave your offense on the field, you run something from your playbook. But here, they gave the full impression they were going to punt it away and picked up the first down. They definitely surprised us.
I was going to say surprise, surprise. And he is knocked down from the side at the 38-yard line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Play fake. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
He'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, look at it. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I would play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's got some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down.
Here we go now. Detroit! Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now back to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. Room to run past midfield. And they can't. There he goes, right side. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
So here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
7 yards to go on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Let's go. Detroit! All right, now, look at this.
Back to throw here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darren Lee picks it.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38. Let's round.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Second down following the run. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed as that's going to move the chains. And he'll give it here to his running back. They find some open field here. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by a defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Back to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator is looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he knocks it through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's got room. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard. line. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. And the slot man goes in motion left. And the play clock's running down. And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now they try the right side here. And some room to roam now. That good for 19 and a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So now it's 1st and goal. Shift together here from the D-line. Closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here we go.
Now receiver in motion left. Play clock winding down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to take the lead. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Now the try here for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a handoff as they run left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? But where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the one. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out here in the eye. And now here's a carry heading left. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the fourth. set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Diggs going in motion right. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round.
In motion left goes a tight end.
Flex round. Flex round.
He'll rifle this one deep. He's got a man. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now they'll run it on the toss. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And as the fourth quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Jets on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do?
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 63 yards. And now the offense operates in the red zone. He's back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now they've got to signal that field goal unit, and they have to sprint out there in a hurry.
And this is always difficult on the snapper because his heart rate is way up there. He's got to calm himself enough to make an accurate snap.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this is get him behind the line.